When your cat follows you everywhere, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it feels sweet. Maybe even a little clingy. But behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might miss what they've been trying to tell you this whole time. Let's start with what that behavior really means. It's not curiosity. It's a choice. Have you ever noticed your cat walking behind you from room to room, even when nothing interesting is happening? Most people think it's just curiosity, that your cat is bored or simply following movement. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat isn't wandering. They're choosing to stay close to you. Cats are naturally independent. They don't follow without reason. And they don't give their attention easily or randomly. So when your cat keeps appearing wherever you go, it's intentional. Behavioral researchers who study feline social behavior have found that cats form selective attachments. They don't bond with everyone in the same way. They choose specific individuals based on comfort, consistency, and emotional safety. And when they choose someone, it shows up in quiet behaviors like following. So when your cat follows you, they are not exploring your space. They are staying near you. Think about that for a second. In a world where distance is natural for cats, your cat is choosing closeness. And there's something even more important hidden in this. If your cat ever suddenly stops following you after doing it consistently, that shift matters more than most people realize. It's not something to ignore, because behavior like this is often tied to emotional safety. It's not about habit. It's about trust. Have you ever wondered why your cat follows you, but ignores everyone else? Most people assume it's because you feed them or spend the most time around them. But here's what's actually happening. A study from Oregon State University found that domestic cats form secure attachment styles with their humans, similar to the way infants bond with caregivers. That doesn't mean dependency. It means emotional reference. What makes this powerful is how that bond is built. It's not automatic. It develops through repetition of safe experiences. Every calm interaction, every predictable routine, every moment your cat feels secure in your presence builds internal trust. Animal cognition research shows that cats actively seek out emotional stability in their environment. They do not just react to food or routine. They orient themselves toward what feels safe. So when your cat follows you, they are not reacting to habit. They are moving toward emotional regulation. Think about that for a second. Your presence is not just familiar to them. It is stabilizing them. Where you go feels safe to follow. They are not just near you. They are anchored to you. And in their behavior, there is something deeper forming, a sense of belonging. Have you ever felt your cat brush against your legs as they follow you? Most people see it as affection, a small, passing gesture. But here's what's actually happening. Cats have scent glands on their face, their tail, and even their paws. When they rub against you, they are leaving behind invisible chemical markers called pheromones. Researchers call this social scent marking. But it's not just about marking space. It's about blending identity. Your cat is mixing their scent with yours, creating something shared. Think about that for a second. In a cat's world, scent is recognition. Scent is family. So when your cat follows you and brushes against you, it is not random affection. It is reinforcement of connection, a repeated signal that says you are part of their safe circle. And that circle is not given lightly. And if this is making sense to you, there's something important to notice moving forward. Because this kind of bond is not passive. It builds through every small interaction, every moment of consistency, every return home, every quiet presence. This behavior is ancient. Have you ever seen kittens follow their mother everywhere? Most people never connect that image to their adult cat, but they should. Because what you are seeing is an instinct that never disappeared. Following is survival. Kittens stay close to their mother because it means warmth, safety, and protection. That instinct is wired deep into their nervous system. And when cats grow up, that same instinct doesn't vanish. It adapts. Instead of following a mother, They follow whatever feels like safety. So when your cat walks behind you from room to room, something ancient is being expressed. Something deeply rooted in survival itself. Think about that for a second. Your cat is not just living in your home. They are assigning you a role. Their instincts recognize a source of safety. And here's where it becomes even more meaningful. They are choosing you for that role. They don't do this with everyone. Have you noticed how your cat may ignore other people in the home but still follow you? Most people assume cats are simply indifferent or independent in general. But here's what's actually happening. Cats are highly selective. They do not distribute trust evenly. They observe consistency, emotional tone, and predictability, and over time, they choose who becomes their anchor. So when your cat follows you but not others, that is not random behavior. That is selection. Think about that for a second. Out of everyone in their environment, they chose you. Not because of food alone, but because of how your presence feels to them. And this is where most people misunderstand it completely. Because what seems casual to us is deeply meaningful to them. They are not just walking behind you. They are aligning themselves with you. And that requires something important from them. Control. Cats are wired to maintain control of their movement, their space, their distance. It is part of how they feel safe. Following someone disrupts that. It means adjusting to another being's rhythm, letting go of constant control. And that is not a small thing for a cat. Behavioral studies show that when an animal willingly synchronizes its movement with another, it is a sign of deep trust and reduced threat perception. So when your cat follows you, they are doing something instinctive cats normally avoid. They are lowering their guard, choosing connection over independence. Think about that for a second. That quiet presence behind you, those soft footsteps following yours, that is not just companionship. That is trust in motion. And if that ever changes, it matters more than most people realize. Because behaviors like this do not disappear without reason. If your cat suddenly stops following you after doing it consistently, it is not something to dismiss. Changes in attachment behavior can signal stress, discomfort, environmental change, or even health issues. When a cat feels unsafe, they do not move closer, they withdraw. They increase distance. They reduce presence. So, when a behavior built on closeness disappears, it is not silence. It is communication. And your cat does not have many ways to tell you something has changed in their world. So when consistent patterns shift, it deserves attention. Always. So when your cat follows you from room to room, what are they really saying? It is not curiosity. It is not habit. It is not something small or meaningless. It is your cat choosing you, choosing your presence as safety, blending their world with yours in a way that only happens when trust is built quietly over time. Trusting you in a way that goes against their natural instinct to stay distant and self-contained. That is not just behavior, that is connection. And that quiet following you sometimes feel behind you. It was never small to them. And it should not be small to you either.